Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, alleged 100 lane Don, dog teeth, shot and killed by police. The police fatally shot the alleged Don for the 100 lane community off Red Hills Road in St. Andrew on Friday morning. He is Shaquille Dawkins, otherwise called a dog teeth or triple chain. He was reportedly killed during a confrontation with the police that took place about 8:30 a.m. There is now a strong police presence in the community. More details to come. Man killed, woman injured in Trenchtown gun attack. A man was shot dead and a woman injured during an attack by gunmen on 5th Street in Trenchtown, St. Andrew on Friday morning. The deceased has been identified as 49-year-old Corey Dixon, otherwise called Corey Max, from Rima, St. Andrew. The injured woman is 44 years old. Reports said that around 2 a.m., the man and woman were catching water and talking along the roadway when a motor vehicle approached them from the east road direction. Residents heard explosions shortly afterwards and the motor vehicle drove away. Both ran into nearby premises where residents found Dixon suffering from what appeared to be gunshot wounds. Police records indicated that Dixon was one of 4 people shot and injured on June 15, 2024 along 6th Street in the community. During that incident, Jerome Manasseh Richards, the former leader of the Mexico gang, was killed. Kingston man shot and injured on way to work. Police are seeking a motive for Thursday's shooting of a man at the intersection of Spanish Town Road and Westmoreland Avenue in Riverton City, St. Andrew. The man, a warehouse attendant, was shot and injured by gunmen who drove up while he sat in his vehicle, the police said. Reports reaching the news indicated that around 7:58 a.m., the man was driving his Nissan 80 wagon to work. Upon reaching the mentioned location, a black Subaru Impreza approached with 3 men aboard. A man in the front passenger seat pointed a firearm at the now injured warehouse attendant and opened gunfire, hitting him in the left shoulder and grazing both legs. The complainant drove to his workplace where he sought assistance from co-workers. He was rushed to hospital where he is receiving treatment. No suspect has been identified in connection with the gun attack, the police said. Samuda orders probe into deaths of crocodiles at Greater Portmore sewage ponds. Minister without a portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Matthew Samuda, has commissioned an urgent multi-agency investigative tour of the Greater Portmore sewage ponds following the discovery of 10 dead adult crocodiles at the facility this week. Samuda, who holds responsibility for water, the environment, and the climate change portfolios, described the incident as heartbreaking. It is an absolutely heartbreaking situation. I have ordered an investigation, and when that investigation is conducted, all results will be made public. I do intend to tour the area over the next 36 hours to see what infrastructure is required to either keep wildlife out of the drain ponds or to ensure that they are able, if they do not get caught in there, to escape. So I intend to carry the relevant experts from NEPA, Forestry, NWC, and other animal experts to look at what needs to be done in that regard, Samuda explained. He assured that any necessary infrastructure required to either protect the wildlife in that space or to ensure that they're able to exit will be procured on an emergency basis to prevent a reoccurrence. Residents in the area had criticized the structure of the ponds, which are not structured to allow animals out if they venture in, as a reason behind the mass deaths. Photos of the dead crocs, some curled up together, were shared on social media by concerned residents. Samuda maintained that the government viewed the deaths suspected to be dehydration with the utmost seriousness. As investigations progress, every effort will be made to implement sustainable solutions that protect the country's wildlife and preserve the integrity of our natural ecosystems, Samuda said, noting that the probe will be completed over the next 36 hours. Man dead, another injured following mishap at a construction site. The St. Catherine North Police are investigating the death of a man and the injury of another at a construction site for a housing development in Trial Heights on Tuesday. The deceased has been identified as 53-year-old Boyd Stevenson of a Riverside St. Catherine address. Mr. Stevenson was reportedly operating a front-end loader when the mishap occurred shortly before 5 p.m. A worker told the news that the heavy machine fell over a retaining wall, hitting a man who was sitting on the structure. The worker said he and others rushed the injured man to hospital, where Mr. Stevenson died. The other man remains in hospital.
I rushed from one part of the site to there, and some man was trying to rescue who got injured. So the first person they took out, I rushed that person to the hospital, and came back. When I came back, the next person was actually on his way to the hospital, and get to the hospital, and I know in the night, yes, I passed out. Understand?
The other person, he wasn't driving?
Yeah, he was the operator. He was a machine operator.
Tufton dismisses criticism over $31 million neurosurgical drill. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton is describing as wild accusations the concerns that have been raised by his opposition counterpart about the cost of the neurosurgical drill purchased for the Bustamante Hospital for Children. Spokesperson on health, Dr. Alfred Dawes, has said the $31 million purchase was reckless, as it was double what it should have been. But the Southeast Regional Health Authority, which made the purchase, said the procurement of the equipment strictly adhered to the Government of Jamaica procurement guidelines, ensuring transparency and the value for money. Speaking Friday with the news, Dr. Tufton said he received a report on the matter. He defended the purchase.
You know, the term drill can be used loosely. We can get many drills in a department hardware store or some other makeshift locations anywhere in the world. These are very specialized pieces of equipment, and it was subjected to the process. That's what is important, the procurement process, to the T, as I understand it. So it's very unfortunate that these wild claims and wild allegations that are being made. Added to that, Dr. Dawes was invited to the Sarah. They sat down, they explained the process to him. He agreed, I am told, based on the minutes that I saw, that he understood. And then he left and went out and issued a statement for the resignation of the chairman, which I consider to be, well, I'm trying to understand it, put it that way.
Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.